Bosch SHX46A dishwasher started taking 4 hours to cycle. Drains the water and does get fairly hot but does not seem as hot as before. Tried resetting the logic board and it still does the above.
Hello, and thank you for using this service. I'll be helping you with your problem today. So the model you have given is a partial number, and while I think I know what might cause your issue, I'd like to be certain. Can you open the door and look on the right side of the door for a sticker? There should be a model that starts with SHX46A and then has some more letters and number after that. Can I get the full model, please?
SHX46A5UC/36.
Okay, perfect, thank you for that. Unfortunately, this is a very common issue and it means that your control board inside the door has failed. There is a relay on the board that shorts out. This relay sends power to the heater, so when it fails the dishwasher doesn't wash well and it will run forever trying to heat the water, which will never happen. Below is a link to the control board in the upper right-hand corner of the door you'll need to replace in order to fix the problem. The part costs about $139 plus shipping. Click here now. I do want to mention just one other thing that commonly will cause this problem as well. If the dishwasher doesn't produce enough pressure, the water won't heat properly either. So place a cup in the top rack of the dishwasher facing upwards with no other dishes in the dishwasher. Make sure that if you run the cycle for 10 minutes or so the cup starts filling up with water. If it doesn't fill up with water, then you could have a pressure problem, but normally this isn't an issue. It's still something you want to check since it's an easy check. To access the control board, just open the door and remove all the screws around the border of the door except the two down by the bottom of the door hinge. Just loosen those two. Once you have those out, remove the two coming in from the sides of the control panel, left and right. The control panel will then pull off and you can access the control board inside. Remove the control panel and there are 3 tabs on the bottom of the control board you need to depress. Push on the tabs and remove the control board, then switch over connections one at a time and you should be good to go again.
Thanks, we'll try the cup right now. So you don't think it's the heating element? I had one of those added to my cart from the appliance parts website.
The heating element rarely if ever fails. In fact, I've never actually seen the heater itself fail. The switch on the heater which detects pressure I've seen fail before, which is still part of the heater, but literally I've probably replaced 500 plus control boards on Bosch dishwashers and this is by far the most common reasons. There was a recall on many models. And I've replaced maybe 3 to 5 heaters ever?
So it will still get warm but not steamy hot with a bad board. Reason I'm asking is that it is warm inside during and at the end of the 4-hour cycle. My wife's threatened physical harm if I don't have it fixed by the weekend. Smile.
Yes, it will. Mostly because the water that comes into the dishwasher is coming from your hot water line. But it can also heat some if the relay is sending a little power but not enough to actually heat properly.
After 10 minutes the cup was full of tap temperature water. So it looks like I have plenty of pressure or water circulation.
So the next step would be to replace the control board. The water will start as tap temperature unless you run your sink before you start your dishwasher. This is because the water in the pipes is just room temperature until you flush it out. The dishwasher fills 3 or 4 times throughout the cycle, so eventually it will flush that water out.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/ythi.